Got him?
There he is, on the bass
Oh,
grub.
big one too, Chuck. Come around the front. Come around the front.
Okay.
That's a big one. 6-pound line you got on there now.
I know.
That's super mono, which is good stuff, but that's a big smallmouth. That's the biggest one I've seen all week. He ain't through yet. Guarantee he's not.
I don't want him through.
No, that's big.
One thing with light line, you've got to fight the fish down. Which that's okay, I'm out here just for the sport of it.
Boy, that's a big one, Chuck.
Okay,
Going around back check you out now, isn't he?
Yeah, he may be. I hear you come back.
You back
around.
reeling?
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of
Always.
people, a lot of people don't know how to do that, but I tell you, you get a lot better hook in them. Watch a good one. I mean, a cracker jack. Good one. They will bite that bass grub, won't they?
They sure will.
Get this rod out of your way.
Okay.
You got him. Go ahead and get down and lip him.
Okay.
I believe he's ready to come in here and see us.
I believe he's ready to come up. Well, maybe. Come on up here, boy. Come on up here. I better back crank a little more.
Ah, you got him, I think, now.
Okay. There he is. There he is.
That little old slider hook always gets them, just seems like right in the top of the mouth, which is the very best place you can hook one.
Yeah.
You got it.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Good fish.
That's a good one. Sure is. Hi, sports fans. I'm Charlie Ingram, and welcome to Fishing University. Today, we're slider fishing with Charlie Brewer, Jr. from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, catching big smallmouth on Lake Mille Lac, light line with the original slider.
And this is what we hope to catch all day.
That's right.
Here's one of them.
That's one of them. That's a good one, too. Big. I mean, a big one. Hit that slider.
Get him, Charlie.
I got him, buddy. He's a big one, too. Ooh, baby. They're singing that line. That super mono playing us a tune now. He's so big, he ain't even gonna come up. There he is. Back reeling. That's one thing I learned to do as a kid in the creeks, fishing creeks, is back reel these big smallmouth.
Ooh, what a smallmouth.
That's a good one, isn't it?
It sure is.
That slider will catch this big one that swims in the water.
Got him on that green pumpkin, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a new color, isn't it?
Yeah, we've had variations of pumpkin, but the green pumpkin's new to us.
Yeah, that's a good one. Come here, buddy. Whoa. There he is right there, Chuck. What about that one?
I'll take those any day.
Just barely had him hooked too there. There he is. Another good one, Chuck.
Get him.
Oh, baby.
Woo.
He ate pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah, these are needle sharp hooks here, so
Yeah, they are.
light wire, so they penetrate real good.
You got another hook called a heavy wire hook that's made for people who want to fish casting rod and this sort of thing, haven't you?
Yeah, we sure do. We got several of our styles. We went to a black nickel, kind of a heavier gauge wire. People like to use heavier line casting. Because what we're using here is for spin casting. Got the light wire for good penetration. There he goes. Good fish.
Great. Hard to beat that slider, Chuck. Chuck's fishing a bass grub, which is really probably made to fish in shallower water than we're fishing here today. And probably would be really good in the wintertime or when the water's cold on the fishing deep bluffs and that sort of thing. And I'm fishing just a regular slider in a green pumpkin. Green is a great smallmouth color, irregardless of what kind of lure you're fishing, it's just a great color. Chuck, how long has it been since your dad first started fishing the slider worm?
I'd say almost 35 years now, Charlie.
Really?
He He was working with it back in the late 1960s, started the company in 1970, and the 4-inch slider worm's been around all that time, still a good seller. A lot of them used all over, and we were the first one for years on it to have a 4-inch worm.
Yeah.
Almost through the whole decade of the 70s there. We had the 4-inch class almost ourselves, but it's been proven to be a good lure. We've sold them all over the United States, overseas, a lot of them in Japan, and still shipping them all over and still catching fish.
I know when I went out west fishing the BASS tournaments, you know, I got some from you and did real well. I don't think I finished in the top 10 out there twice fishing the slider worm for largemouth out on those Clearwater lakes out west, you know.
Yeah.
The new phase, Chuck, is that y'all have got now is a 3-inch slider. You want to talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, we've come out with a, actually we haven't, we've had it for some time, a 3-inch slider worm, looks just like a 4-inch, just scaled down, and mostly for drop shot fishing. And we've got a variety of colors in that, and we've made that for years exclusively for some overseas customers. And now, you know, the drop shot fishing has become real popular. We've introduced that worm to the American market, and it's doing real good. And not only for drop shot fishing, but I'll put a small head with a size 1 hook on it, and I've got me kind of a miniature slider worm, which works real good, especially back home on these Kentucky bass. They like to bite short, so we got a little shorter worm, and they jump right on it. Actually, I'm using a 3-inch bass grub right here now. It's a little, I'm using our regular, using our slider head, spider head, Texas rigged, and it's a little beefier type plastic than the slider worm, and just throwing this to be a little different, just to see what, you know, if they prefer the slider worm a little better, or maybe this bass grub a little better. But this is 3-inch down to their size, and you got the 4-inch slider worm on, and we'll just do a little comparison, see which one they like the best. So let's go get us another one.
You got several different heads, which you fish the slider and the grub both on, and I guess some of them are more gliding heads, some of them made to fish in rocks like we're fishing here. You got a couple different kinds?
Well, the original slider heads, they were just flat, open hook,
yeah.
And they're made flat so they'd fall through the water slowly, or you skip them up under docks.
Right.
As the years passed, and the Texas-style hooks came out, we used that same flat head on a Texas-style hook.
Right.
You know, prior to that, you had to make it weedless, you had to put the eye of the hook through your slider worm and either peg it with a toothpick or whatever. Those days are behind us. And now we've got the Texas rigged hooks, and we've got our regular flat head on that with the eye coming out the top. We've got one that we call a snagless with the eye coming out the front. It goes through the weeds and brush a lot better.
Right.
Then we've got our spider head, came along with bullet shape,
Yeah,
real popular.
Is that what I'm fishing, or what am I fishing?
That's a spider right there. That's
okay.
That's original design right there, but you see a lot of heads like that now.
Long came the cider and sat down a spider. That's what I got, y'all.
But all these are original designs by my father, Charlie Brewer Sr.
Well, he loved fishing smallmouth. That was his deal, really, wasn't it?
He sure did. He started
out.
out with the idea of catching smallmouth bass.
Yeah. Anything else sort of secondary.
That's right.
He wrote a book on slider fishing, didn't he?
Yeah, back over 20 years ago, Charlie Brewer on slider fishing. We still sell a lot of those books today.
Oh, do you really?
Sure do. You can get some of the slider products, also that book, other items, you know, on our website, which is www.sliderfishing.com. You know, if you can't find the product in your local stores, and a lot of times people don't, in parts of the country where they don't have a store that carries it or don't have the right color combination or whatever, you can get them from us. But also, you know, if you'd ask your local retailers to put in some of these sliders, I think it'll do well.
There he is. Oh, man, what a giant. Goodness. I threw it in there and picked it up before he was on it. I don't know how big
right on that rock.
I don't know how big this one is. This one's not big as the one you caught. He's a good one. Unbelievable.
Come on up on the surface.
Yep. I got news for you, boys. Y'all won't have any of these when they come. I got to take you to Vermont. That thumb gun, it just burrowing down there, you know. He's not that big. I mean, he is big, but he's big by my standards. Like that big limit of those in a tournament. You got him, Chuck.
That's a good sized fish.
Whoa, Nelly.
He's not ready. He's not finished.
Chuck and I are
Bite
fishing.
him down.
Oh, baby. Oh, Chuck, he's pretty good one, isn't he?
He sure is.
I like how 5 of those my BAS is bent.
Look at that. That's a chunk right there.
Yes, sir. He's just like a football.
Look at that. Look at that. Hooked him right in the
You know,
top
and the
of
good
the
part
mouth.
about it, when you hook one with that hook, he ain't coming off.
No.
You get 99% off. He's about a wise year long. And say, that's not even a keeper up here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably 17, 18 inches.
Okay, this slider worm, same color as the fish.
Yep.
And it kind of blends into the water color good too, so looks natural.
Pull it back 10 yards.
Drop
Stop.
it. All right, okay.
Stop. Right on
Okay.
it. You're on it there good.
There he is,
He
too.
got it.
There he is.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you got him, Charlie.
I bet that's that old big one.
He right on that rock.
How big's that one, Chuck?
I don't know.
He's shaking his head. Well, that rod's shaking, boy. He's a big one now. Holy smoke. Come on up here.
I haven't found any rejects.
You hadn't?
Whoa, there's a good jump.
How big is he? I didn't get to see him.
Look like maybe good 3, 3.5, 4.
Really? Wait a minute.
Okay, we're out. We're out.
You got him? I'll raise that troll motor up some.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Okay, come on around, fish. You're right on that rock, like you said.
I had to use my solo bats to spot them rocks. So.
Well, they sure work.
Yeah, they work.
Come on up and jump again.
I don't believe he's gonna jump anymore. I believe he's already jumped. Yeah, there he is a little.
Yeah.
You don't use any drag,
No, back crank.
back crank. You know why he does that? It's so he can get a better hook penetration. Anytime you set that hook, you hear that drag slip, you're not getting nearly as good a hook penetration.
Just get a lot better control.
Right.
£6 line, can't force him.
Well, that's 6-pound super mono, which is really strong, but you know, that's a good one. I believe you got him. I think.
Okay.
That's it.
I believe he's wore out now.
Yeah, well, you got him now, Chuck.
Come on, come on,
Let
come
me
on.
hold that rod. I got it.
Yeah. Hold that rod.
I got it.
There you go.
Woo! What a smallmouth. They
Hey,
all
Mama.
just look like twins. I mean, they're 3.5 to 4 pounds apiece. Every one of them just the same size.
It's bass grub I'm using.
Giants.
It's a 3-inch smoke with a yellow core, but it looks just like that green pumpkin. You know, it's about the same color.
Yeah. You need the pliers on that one, Chuck. Look like he got it pretty good too.
I probably could use those pliers. He was right on that underwater rock.
Yep. They get on those 2 times a year, early in the spring. They always on rocks. It's just a matter. Some of them are deeper than others. And of course, up here at Mille Lac, you can see down 15, 20 foot. So springtime, they're up shallow, and then in the fall, they'll come back up shallow on the same darn rocks.
Okay. That's what it's all about.
That's a big one. Talk about the equipment we're using here today to catch these fish. We're using a 4-inch slider worm, and Chuck's using a bass grub, using a spider head. That's a really weedless head fishing in these rocks.
There he is.
You got him?
There he is.
You got him?
Yeah.
Big one?
Well, I don't believe he's as big as the other fish, but
Oh, that's one of your perch.
It's a perch.
I told you he was gonna catch one of those things before the day's over.
Whoa.
You got any of those that big Shoal Creek?
Yeah, no, we don't. That's a big perch for back home.
That's right. That is a big one for anywhere. We ran all the smallmouth out, and I guess that perch side, he come up here and catch him a crawfish.
Well,
huh?
he got a mouth about like a smallmouth. Look at that.
I don't doubt that at all. There's not really any bad way to fish a slider, is there?
No, not really. It generally the slower the better, and the lighter weight the better. You know, we've been just kind of casting out the slider worm and the grub here, just letting it drop to the bottom, and maybe staying there for just a few seconds, and then pick it up and move it. And it looks real natural. The fish really doesn't have to run the lure down. He can just swim over there and just ease up and pick it up just like he does a crawfish. It's real natural looking. So we're just trying to fish real subtle for the bass using these slider worms and the 3-inch bass grub.
I think the people out west termed it finesse fishing, but I'd rather term it subtle fishing because it is very subtle, you know, in the presentation, and you know, hits the water light, doesn't spook anything anytime, and it will catch it.
We've heard over and over again from fishermen too, they talk about when it gets tough, they go to the slider. And I guess what they're saying is when the fish are real active, you know, you can use faster acting lures, you know, to get them out there quicker when they're feeding or whatever, and catch them much quicker. And but when things do get tough and you have to slow down, they can go to a slider worm and they know they can pick up a bass here and there.
Now, Chuck, you've developed another lure that's made for the guy that wants to get into heavy cover and maybe pitch the slider around logs and stumps and this sort of thing.
Yeah, we've got several of our style heads here with the heavier gauge wire, that black nickel finish, Mustad Ultra Point, and we've had people for years that do fish a little heavier line than what I normally do that have been wanting those. So we have that available for them, and you can put a little heavier line on that and you can put more behind it.
We'll have to take us a trip and actually use a pitching rod with 17, 20-pound line, show them how that works.
Sure.
It'll do the same thing. It'll catch big fish, but you'll be able to fish it in real heavy cover with your bait casting equipment. One thing about it, you need to make sure you keep that head clean of any debris or any leaves or little grass or whatever, because it won't work right if you don't.
Yeah, I noticed we're picking up a little moss every now and then.
It's just a little shrimp moss that I call it. There he is.
You got him.
I don't know who's got who. It's hard to tell who the hooker or the hookee. That's not as big as yours, Chuck. Pretty good one, though.
It's a good fish.
We got him. Come here, buddy. Come here. Ooh, come here, buddy. Ooh, come here, buddy. Whoop. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Ah. Whew, what a smallmouth, Chuck. Look at this.
That's a good one, that's for sure.
Yikes.
Ooh, watch out, watch out, watch out.
He just wanted me to give him a little hug, I guess.
You used that same slider worm, right?
So I've caught every fish I've caught on one slider worm. That doesn't make you much money when I do it that good, is it?
That's the thing about slider worms, you can get a whole pack of 20 for not much. So you fish all day on one pack of worms.
That's it. Hey, sports fans, we want to thank Charlie Brewer Jr. from Lawrenceburg for being our special guest here.